Hello, all of my lovely homesteaders and homesteaders in training. I do apologize for not making a video sooner, but some of you may know that my job is very seasonal based. So summer and fall, it gets just absolutely crazy for me, and I just seem to never have time to make a video. I do apologize, but now that we're going into winter, you will be seeing a lot more of me, I promise. For those of you that are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping in. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and then hit that little bell icon down below just so you get notifications for when we put out new videos. We are what I consider a micro homestead. We have way less than an acre. Since we moved into our new home, we actually have like 1/10 of an acre. Tiny, tiny space. But we do still try to raise as much of our own food as possible. We try to make as many of our goods as possible. We try to live frugally. We do homeschool. So our videos will kind of encompass all of those different things, as well as a few, random tangents that I may decide to throw in there. Today, I'm kind of excited and nervous too about this video, quite honestly. And you'll have to forgive my house coat. I live in Southwest Wyoming if you're new, and it's like 4 degrees here, so I'm freezing. Today's video, I am talking about the $1.50 challenge, if you want to call it that. But basically, $1.50 a day is what a lot of people are having to live on for food. Obviously, that's not a lot. That's a tiny, tiny fraction of what the normal average American spends every day on eating. I actually watched a video from another YouTuber. Her channel is Freaking Frugal. If that name doesn't tell you right there, she is absolutely awesome. She is fantastic. I love her videos. But she did this challenge with her entire family, so it was a family of 4. And basically, it's $1.50 a day in food per person. And that is what, like I said, the vast majority of people in the world actually wind up living on, because the majority of the population live in poverty. That's also pretty similar to what folks that are living on food stamps have to live on. And I do want to put a disclaimer or just a little vignette in about food stamps. I understand that there are people that abuse the food stamp program. I completely understand that. With some of my previous jobs, I got to see that firsthand. And that does frustrate me horribly. That being said, there are so many more people that need that program because they're elderly, they're disabled and they can't work, they're single parents and simply they can't work enough physical hours to make enough to feed their family. It could be foster parents. Foster parents qualify for food stamps. And when your family size goes from, 2 children to 6 children because you took in a sibling group of 4, that can definitely impact your finances. So that is something that they can use if they decide that they need that. So even though I'm going to be talking about food stamps and using food stamps more efficiently, keep the hate to yourself. I understand there are people in this country that abuse that program. I also know that there are so many people out there that are good people, that are hardworking people, or have worked for as long as they can, and they just need this program. So if you have crappy comments about food stamps or the program, keep them to yourself, because we all know there's people out there, but I'm really focused on the people that could benefit from this advice. So what I did, I went out and bought 5 days worth of groceries at $1.50 a day, which leaves me with $7.50. The majority of these groceries came from the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree is not somewhere that I necessarily shop a whole lot. But honestly, after going shopping there, I think I'm going to be doing it more because I found some really good deals there. I was surprised. The other grocery store that I shopped at was Smith's, which is like one of the stores in the Kroger family of stores. But grand total, everything came up to $7.50. This is what I have for the next 5 days. I did do kind of a rough meal plan. I'm not going to go in detail because it is very rough and I don't know that I'll be able to stick to it. But my number one tip, if you're trying to save on your groceries, is to meal plan, because we waste so much food. We waste so much food either because it spoils or because we have, 2 spoonfuls of green beans left over from supper and we think, oh, we'll just throw it away. But if you meal plan, you can plan for, okay, in 2 days, I'm going to have vegetable soup. So put those green beans in a container, put them in the fridge or in the freezer, depending on how long it's going to take. Save up all those leftover vegetables and make a big pot of vegetable soup so that you're minimizing your waste. So that is something that I do all the time anyway. I always meal plan. So that was step 1. Step 2 was to shop clearance foods. I wasn't really sure what to expect at Dollar Tree. I knew that's where I was going to shop first, but I didn't really know how their clearances worked or if they had clearance. But while I was shopping, a thought occurred to me. If a store sells food, they're going to have clearance items, because I can't imagine any store sells out of all their items before the expiration date. And the majority of stores, at least, like average retail stores, will either clearance or discard items once they reach that expiration date. So I was able to get a couple extra things that I didn't originally think I would be able to get on this budget because they were clearance. And those were tortillas. So you can see it was clearance. This was at the Dollar Tree. It was clearanced for 50 cents because I guess they're close to their expiration date. I don't see one on this package. I don't know why. I don't know why there's no expiration date. But obviously, check the product. Make sure it's still good. They're still soft. There's no sign of mold or anything weird. I actually got a couple of these packages for like the regular family meal plans. So we've already opened up a package of these and they're actually really good. So managed to get these for 50 cents. And then I was so stoked about this. This is a dozen medium eggs for 50 cents. So if you don't know it, apparently Dollar Tree does carry eggs for $1, I'm assuming. Most stores, they're well above that. Even though they are medium, the difference in size is so minimal. I would not pay $2 just to have a large egg as opposed to a medium. So I'm planning on shopping for eggs at Dollar Tree anyway now. But extra bonus was that these were on clearance for 50 cents. So I was not intending on getting these items because I figured that it would put me over my budget. But because they were on clearance, I was able to get them. Very excited about that. The other items I did pick up at Dollar Tree. I got a container of Quick Oats. A small container of sugar. Now I'm doing this challenge with the assumption that I have nothing. So I am not going to be using anything from my household stock, not even seasonings, no salt, no pepper, no Italian seasoning, no cinnamon. So my oatmeal will be just sweetened. That's it. I didn't even get butter. Okay. Also from the Dollar Tree is this yellow rice. It's already seasoned. It is 9 ounces, so not even a pound for $1. But the nice thing about this is if you are a single person and let's say you have the $7.50 for a week and you go to get a regular pound or 2 pounds of rice, you're going to spend half of that just in rice, because most stores don't sell in small quantities. This is why the food stamp allotment is easier with more people, because even though it's still $1.50 a day per person, you're getting a larger lump sum, and so you can go and buy bulk items, which will always save you money. So that's why I got this instead of getting a bigger package at a different store, because it was still the 99 cents. And it says the serving size is still 4 servings, 4.5 servings. So hopefully I can make this stretch for at least a few meals. Also at the Dollar Tree, I got a pack of sliced cheese. This is not like the real cheese, it's American cheese. But I felt like I was getting more actual food than if I got the real shredded cheese. So I did go with this. And then the last thing I got at the Dollar Tree, I was actually really excited to find this. This is pepper and onion stir fry, the frozen stuff. And it is 14 ounces. So depending on where you live, of course, prices are going to vary, but this is actually a really good deal for this stuff where we live normally. So this might be another item that I just start purchasing at Dollar Tree anyway. So I have quite a few plans for meals with this package as well. Okay, so that's all I got at the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to try and cover the address, but still let you see. Hopefully you can see the total. Now, I will say this says $6.50. That is not correct. She actually overcharged me on the tortillas. She charged me the full $1 when it was actually 50 cents clearance, okay? So I decided to still use that 50 cents, even though I had been charged wrong, because honestly, if I was overcharged and all I had was $7.50, I would have gone back into the store and demanded that they had corrected it. I didn't, because we were busy. We had lots of other things to do, and I just didn't worry about it. But I did roll that 50 cents over into my next purchase. So my other purchase was at Smith's, and I got crunchy peanut butter. This was on sale for 99 cents. And it's a good size jar. This is actually a larger size jar than the ones at Dollar Tree. I kind of figured that was going to be the case, and that's why I waited until we went to the next store before I actually purchased this. And then I got myself, 2 bananas. 2 bananas was a pound, and they were 59 cents a pound. So I did get 2. And then I'll show you this receipt as well. Let's see. I'm going to take the address off. I don't want any creepy stalkers coming after me, but that's the total. Hopefully it'll focus. But you can see that I actually went over by 9 cents. I was okay with that because I had 9 cents in my wallet. If you didn't have the 9 cents, there are a couple of different options. One, you could have put one of the bananas back, and you actually would have had some change left over. Or you could have bought something different. Cans of tuna are somewhere around the 50 cents. So there are different things that you could have done with that. But I decided, since I had the change in my pocket, it was 9 cents. I went ahead and just paid the 9 cents. So the next few videos I'm going to do will just be kind of chronicling my journey through the $1.50 life. I'm going to show you what I'm eating for all 3 meals, and I'm going to try and do at least a rough nutritional breakdown, what kind of nutrients I'm getting. I know most of you, at least the subscribers anyway, know that I do have kiddos, I do have a husband, so you may be wondering why I'm not doing this with everyone. Couple different reasons. One, we have food allergies in the house, and we have a kiddo that's on a special diet for medical reasons. But ultimately, I'm okay with experimenting on myself. I'm not as comfortable experimenting on my kids. So I just didn't want to, but do this to them, because I knew going into it that this probably is not going to be the healthiest diet. We work really, really hard. My husband and I, we work really hard to ensure that my kids have a really good, healthy diet. And I didn't want to compromise that for the sake of a YouTube video. So that's why it's only me that's doing it. I will be showing you all 3 meals a day for the next 5 days. I'm going to let you know, if I'm super hungry and I wind up cheating, or if I run out of food before the 5 days is up, I'm going to let you know. And my goal for this is to, one, get a personal feel for what it's like to live on this $1.50. I suspect that's probably what I was living at while I was in college. I don't know for sure. I didn't really budget back then, but just based on my income and the best I can remember about my expenses, I think that's probably where I was at. And I do remember days that I went hungry. I didn't eat because either I was completely out of food, or I was trying to save up for a good meal, or whatever. So I know that there may be a chance that I might run out of this food, or I may be hungry at times. So we'll see, and I'll let you know. But also, my second goal for doing this challenge is to hopefully come up with some at least somewhat nutritious meals. So if you are having to live on a super restricted budget, hopefully I can give you some ideas of how to help stretch that budget and come up with some meals that are good. They taste good. They're somewhat nutritious at least. And then I'm also curious to see how much, if any of this, I have left over, because ultimately at the end of the 5 days, if I have, say, peanut butter left over, that means I don't necessarily have to spend money to go buy that the next week, which means I could use that money to buy something like cinnamon or apples or something like that, So I want to see just how realistic it is to try and stockpile food at $1.50 a day. So we'll see. So thank you guys so much for stopping in. Thank you for watching till the end. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We're a small community, but we're growing, and we would love to have you. Be sure to like the video. If you know anybody that is on a tight budget or who may benefit from this video or just be interested in this video, go ahead and share it with them. Because I really do hope that through these videos we can help the folks in our country and in this world that are living on really bare minimum, maybe come up with some ideas to stretch their money as far as it can. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and as always, happy homesteading.